welcome back to the channel, and today I want to do some experiments with the bomb bays, because the way they work is you press a button, they open up, and then they drop bombs. As you can see, they are very destructive, they are very effective, and a really fun piece in the latest update to Trailmakers. But I've noticed something, and the comments have actually picked up on it too recently. As you would hope or expect, the bombs seem to retain momentum depending on what the vehicle that you're driving is doing at the time of release. So if I swing around like this and drop the bombs, you can see they kind of get thrown away from the vehicle as my vehicle spins around. So some people in the comments were wondering, can you create something that instead of dropping bombs, that you actually throw bombs? And that was kind of epic. That was pretty cool to watch. So what's popping into my mind is something that spins around and then releases the bombs from a stationary point to eject them to a distant target, rather than having to fly over the target and drop the bombs like, you know, a normal bomber would. But there's one big issue with this, and that is the bomb bays are programmed to drop all 4 bombs in sequence at once. So you press a single button, and it drops 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's no way, as far as I know, to be able to drop only 1 bomb. So that means if we create a spinning device that ejects the bombs, we have to time it so that they all get released from the same point, like in each rotation, which I think that is going to be the hard part about this build. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I never really looked at if the bomb bays have settings. They do have settings. It's just the button and the other normal stuff. So there's no like number of bombs or whether you release them all or one at a time. So it looks like we are going to have to deal with dropping them all at once and hopefully not destroying ourselves. All right, so I think a good way to test this is I'm going to spin horizontally at first like this, because if we spin vertically, there's always a chance we're going to throw the bombs right into the ground next to us. At least with this, we'll be able to throw them away from us no matter what. All right, so let's see how this feels right here. If I press W, it spins, and if I press E, you can see it spreads them all around. Now, the issue is going to be like how the fastest this can go is twice as fast as that. Uh-oh, whoop, that was a mistake. All right, there we go. So this is as fast as it's gonna go. So when I press the button, yeah, see? They go everywhere. So in order for this to be viable, this has to be able to do 1 complete rotation in between each bomb. I'm just trying to think, like, do I have any control over where they're gonna release at all? I was really hoping that the actually, if I stack rotating servos, theoretically we could go faster, right? That's how that works? That's how that works, okay. Whoa, oh, that was interesting. So that time, the first 2 seem kind of close to each other, but it does seem that this is still too slow. This is so fast though already. That's interesting. Do they not release at the same intervals? The first 2 shots kind of go together, and then the next 2 shots are like in a different area. So that's gonna make it like impossible. That's gonna make it impossible to release these all in one succession. That's consistent that it's doing that too. All right, I am going to increase the speed of this and probably decrease the stability an incredible amount. How fast does it go now? Wait, what? How does that not go faster? All right, I'm gonna do an experiment and shorten this a little bit just so there's less weight that this is dealing with. And then I'm also going to try to even out both sides here. So this, well, you know, I'm just gonna put another one of these on here and disable the control, so that way I know it's equal weight. So then, yeah, there we go. Now it's less wobbly. Okay, maybe the wobble was the issue. Let me look straight down. Okay, are we spinning too fast now? I'm gonna bring it back down to 2 servos stacked. Oh no, it's doing the thing again. Look at this. The 2 of them, what is going on? What is happening right now? Stop that. So 2 of them go pretty much in line, and then the next 2 go pretty much in line, but in a different area. So how do I compensate for that? Like, that's gonna make things impossible now, isn't it? All right, well, I'm just going to deal with this inconsistency and see if I can at least get the first 2 shots to go where I want them to go. And the way I'm going to do that is using a sensor. The sensor is going to help trigger when they release. I think to make this more precise, I should probably use tubes. So that way this tube is going to be triggering... Oh, wait. Now there's 2 tubes. So now both sides are going to trigger, which I don't want that to happen. I think the solution to that is to make this twice as long. That way, only the one that is firing is going to trigger the sensor if I have the sensor out, and this one will not trigger it. But then I think I just got to put 2 bomb bays here to compensate for that extra length. That is very inconsistent. Okay, so if I just replace that with this, it makes it wider, and it's roughly the same weight, and you can see it's a little bit more consistent on the trigger. And all that matters is that it just triggers at that point. So let's see if that can be consistent. So now I need to set up a logic thing. So if I use an AND gate to trigger this bomb thing, this sensor needs to go into the AND gate, and then another gate that is going to be my actual control, that also goes into the AND gate. So now if I press the bomb button, you can see nothing's gonna happen because this trigger also needs to be on. There we go. All right, so now if I spin it, it should release at the same point every single time, right? Here we go. Okay, so I hit over in that quadrant. Let's see if I can do that again. Okay, it was still in the right quadrant. All right, it's still in the same quadrant. It's not like in the same mini quadrant. There's like a 4x4 grid inside the bigger quadrant. And it's not hitting the same 4x4, is it? Is it? Well, no, it is. This is actually pretty good. It hit the square to the right. So that time I hit all right, we need to zoom in. It squares 11 and 12 if you're going left to right, top to bottom. So that time it hit square 11 first. That time it hit square 12 first. But it is all within the same bigger square. That was hitting square 12 first. Okay. The second one... that's this quadrant over here, or this square over here, and it seems to be doing that one consistently. All right, let me change the speed very minimally. I'm gonna go this fast, so it's a little bit slower. I just want to see what happens. Okay, now we're just all over the place. So having 2 of these rotating servos on maximum speed seems to get the first 2 shots in pretty much the same area. I'm just gonna try, I was trying to avoid doing this, but I'm gonna try to use a helicopter servo. My only issue with the helicopter engine is that I don't think the speed is fixed. Like, I'm pretty sure the speed depends on just how heavy the object is, how much wind resistance, all that. So this might not give us consistent results, but we might be able to get a faster speed out of it. All right, there we go. This is actually not that fast either, is it? It's actually going the opposite way too. All right, let's see what happens now. All right, that's bad. Pretty bad. That is max speed as well. I'm gonna try the spinning servo and see if that feels any different than the rotating servo. That doesn't really look like that much quicker, does it? Well, let's see. Yeah, it's so much worse. Well, let me stack 2 of them just like with the rotating servos. That actually doesn't seem to be working at all. Like, look at that. Wait, what? What's happening with the bottom one? Are these just not supposed to be stacked into each other? Like, they have the same exact settings. What if I separate them? All right, I'm finding some weird stuff that I've never found before. In all of these tests so far, I think I've come to the conclusion that the rotating servo gets us the most and the most consistent speed. That sounded weird. The most speed and the most consistent speed is what I was trying to say. Yeah, look at how much faster that is. And it just happens that the first 2 shots go in relatively the same area. All right, so in relation to where the sensor is, let's take a look at where the bombs are actually getting released. Is that pointing to where the first set of bombs goes? That's not too bad. I'm kind of imagining this like a catapult, so I want to turn it on its side so we're actually lobbing them rather than just throwing them sideways. So if I do this, I can use this bar as my reference of the angle that they're going to be released at. If my calculations are correct, we should be throwing them in that direction, which then means that the next set is probably going to go behind us a little bit, or perhaps like straight up. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Okay. How far? This is kind of crazy. I'm gonna zoom way out because I want to see how much difference there is between the front and the back releases. All right, am I even gonna be able to see everything? Here we go. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, it throws farther backwards than forwards, it looks like. You can't even see the bombs right now. I'm too far away. And wait, what? The back ones actually seem to hit the ground first. Yeah, the back ones have a shallower arch. The front ones kind of release higher, so they take longer to reach the ground. This is so interesting. This is not how I was expecting this experiment to turn out. I'm not sure it's possible to get them all to hit the same spots based off of my experiments, but we do seem to be able to at least get consistency in the release. There we go. X marks the spot. I should be looking right where the bomb is gonna land. Okay, that's a little bit discouraging. I'm gonna try it again. Now I should be looking right where the bomb is gonna land. Please be consistent. Yeah! All right. So the bomb lands right here. So now I gotta hop out and I've gotta walk my character over here. This is so weird controlling my character third person like this. Wait, isn't this second person? I think this is second person. I'm playing a second person game now. Right? Okay, so now that I'm here, now I can spawn in our target. All right, here we go. Giant target right here. I'm thinking I'm gonna hit that first try. Am I even... Wait, this is kind of weird though, isn't it? That target is totally to the left of where it looks like I'm aiming. Right? I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's see how this goes. And release. Look at that. I created a mortar. Wait, what? How did it miss the target? I tested. It landed there. I mean, I damaged it, but like, I was expecting to hit right in the middle of the target pretty much. Let me try this again. There it goes. And now it's consistently just that much off from the target. All right, now I'm just looking at it. The bombs are going. Did I misread? I could have sworn I was standing right where the target was supposed to be. It looks like it has to be one whole quadrant back. Whoa! Okay, that time was a direct hit to the middle. There's something wrong. There's something inconsistent with my build for some reason. I mean, I guess it's just inconsistent. I basically tried to create a spin launch for bombs. So it's just a mortar thing. It's just a spin launch version of mortar. Look at that. We're just annihilating that corner target. I wish we could adjust the timing of the release. That would actually be really cool. Oh, there we go. That was a nice hit. That would be a really cool setting to have on the bomb bays, is to be able to adjust the interval of how frequent each bomb releases, or the delay of each bomb releasing after each other. Man, even with these rotating servos are as consistent of a speed as you can get. And even with these, it's still a pretty big variance on where they're gonna end up landing. Whoa, I blew myself up. How did I do that? All right, well now I gotta see if I can re-aim myself. All right, am I in the right spot? Am I gonna hit my target? That looked pretty close. Yeah, I think right here is gonna be where it's gonna hit most often. We're gonna hit right in the middle this time. Oh, you know what might make this more consistent real quick? Maybe instead of having the sensor like this, maybe if I have the sensor like this, maybe that'll matter? I don't know. I don't know if that'll make it a little bit more precise or not, but let's see how this feels now. All right, are we actually gonna hit the target? Oh, that changed things. That changed things a lot. That's not what I was expecting. Oh. Wait, do you see what's happening now? That wasn't happening before, was it? That's a bad thing. That is a bad thing that's happening right now. That's probably where the inconsistency is coming from. Okay, how's this looking now? That's not looking good. I think one of the bombs went like straight up. Okay, something changed. I made changes and something changed. All right, I'm gonna have this be the new, oh, that looked good. That looked pretty good. What? Now it is still on either side of the target. It was landing on either side of the target before. I moved the target to where it was landing, and now it is still landing on either side of the target. What's it gonna look like now? Okay, things are just inconsistent. Oh, what? See, that's where the target used to be. Oh, man. Oh, I destroyed myself again somehow. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm releasing the spin before I finish launching the bombs. That's how I'm destroying myself. Yeah, I gotta make sure I keep spinning the whole time. All right, so now apparently the bombs go less far. So I'm gonna move the target back. See, rather than aiming at the target, just move the target where you're aiming. It makes this so much easier. Now it's back further again. It was just a fluke. This is gonna be the real one now. Here it comes. Is this possible? Like, does this make sense? It's like no matter where I put the target, the bombs land on either side of the target. Okay, there we go. We actually got to hit that time. Have you guys been seeing this effect? I destroyed myself again. No matter where I seem to move the target, the bombs always go one farther and one shorter. Rather than moving the target to where I'm aiming, let me actually adjust the aim so I don't have to move the target every time. So the way I'm gonna do that is using this steering hinge. So now I can adjust where the sensor is, and that's going to adjust where my release point is. All right, so if I'm here at the default, where do I land? All right, that time I hit the target for some reason. All right, here we go. No, I destroyed myself. Oh, I gotta stop releasing W. All right, so we release the bombs and it lands right in the middle of the target almost. It hit the corner of the middle segment. All right, so my first shot seems to be going too far. So I'm gonna press Control to move the sensor back a little bit. So now we should go higher, which means we should fall shorter. So here comes the first one. Look at that. It is a hit. I'm going to press Control a little bit. So now we should go even higher and come down a little bit. Oh, that's... Whoa. That was way too much. Going back forward a little bit. Now you can see that difference. There we go. All right. Little bit too far forward, so I'm just going to tap Control. Just a little tap. I think I tapped it. So now I should land a little bit farther back. Oh, look at that. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Yeah. So I need to have this go like 0.01 speed. So now when I give it a tap, yeah, I need that amount of precision in this. So you know what? Let me move the target completely. We're gonna have a completely brand new target location, so I actually have to adjust now. So I'm just gonna slap the target down right here, and I'm gonna add one more control into this thing. I want this to act like a turret, so I wanna be able to turn it. So that way I don't have to readjust my positioning at all. I can just I have complete control now. All right, here we go. So now the target's over there, so I should be able to line up like that pretty much. All right, let's get a good view of the target here, and let's do some range finding. Here we go. First launch. Looks like it's gonna be way too far, at least on the first hit. Yep. And it looks like I gotta aim a little bit further to the right. So I'm aiming a little bit further to right, and I'm pressing Control to bring the range of the bombs back a little bit. All right, here we go. Let's see how this one lands. Much closer. All right, tapping Control a little bit more. I think we're lined up as far as our rotation goes. We just need our distance. And look at that. I just go a little bit more now, and I think we're gonna hit the center of the target as long as we have a same consistent shot. Here it comes. Okay, that was just one of those inconsistencies. Don't worry about it. Wait, what? Why is it going so far now? Oh, now the second one is hitting it. What? Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, too shallow. So yeah, I'm not changing any settings right now. This is just the natural inconsistencies of the system. No, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Yeah, there we are. This is kind of fun. I do wish it had some more consistency to it, because look at that. Didn't change anything, and now it's way over there. So yeah, I mean, this is my system. It's a little weird, but it seems to work as good as I can figure out how to make it work. I don't know if there's a way to get all 4 bombs to release consecutively with each other, especially since there seems to be that gap in their timing. But at the very least, throwing bombs actually seems to be a thing. You can do that. You can throw bombs from a stationary position out of the bomb bays. So that's kind of nice. So I'm not sure how this thing could be improved to make it more consistent. It might just have some natural built-in inconsistencies to the bomb bay doors themselves. But I can't think of a better system than using these rotating servos, and I'm at least able to hit a target relatively consistently. So that's kind of nice. Do you guys have any other experiments or ideas you'd like to see me do with the new pieces? Let me know down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you'll probably enjoy some more that you can find right here on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.